Welcome back, folks. The last time we left off, we were talking to some of the races that I did not actually get to talk to in my playthrough, the playthrough proper. And we had met the Syreen, and what they would like us to do is go find their ships so that we can eventually do something about the Mycon. And if we destroy the Mycon race, and let's admit they're kind of assholes, so that's fine, they will join us in an alliance, okay? Not that it matters at this point anymore, but they will, and we want to see how that goes. So what we're going to do is get out of here. We're going to get into quasi-space immediately. And we're going to go over here. We'll go down here. And we'll see, where did we end up? Okay, we ended up right here. If you notice, that's probably about 200 light years or whatever away from their home world. And I believe the correct star is this one. Ooh, we got some Ur-quan coming after us. I believe, well, that's going a little too fast. I believe it's this one. Oh, is this a rainbow world? This looks like a rainbow world. Or not, I don't know. Oh, chlorine world. Well, I don't think it's that one. There's nothing of interest there. Go here then. Is this it? Yes, it is. We go to this moon in the green world. We'll go down to this energy signature. We really don't care about... We have opened the subterranean vault, which contained the Syreen Space Patrol penetrator starships. The penetrator starships. The Syreen captains have assumed command of their vessels and instructed us to rendezvous with them back at Betelgeuse. Okay, very good. We will leave here. Now, I don't think there's any quasi-space that's even really all that close to Betelgeuse. I mean, there might be one that's slightly closer, but it's hardly worthwhile. I doubt it's worth the 10 fuel it would take. So we're just going to run. These are Ur-quan or Korra ships. We're going to avoid them. No reason to mess with them at all. Do not care. Yeah, that's one of the things you can like about these old games. There wasn't all that political correctness here. So you can have scantily clad women and penetrator dick jokes and stereotypical jokes about Japanese accents, and you know, nobody really cared back then, or noticed, I suppose. Nowadays, someone will have a shit fit and go completely insane. You know, oh, that's just so offensive. It's like, well, grow a thicker skin. Grow a thicker skin. You know, go enjoy your life instead of complaining all the time. Yeah, things annoy you. You know, can't handle it, turn the TV off, turn the computer off, go take a walk in the park. You know. Or don't play the game, or don't watch the TV, or whatever. That's not up to your stuff there. Let us enjoy scantily clad blue alien women.
Good. Now we can proceed with our plan for revenge against the Mycon. From our analysis of the deep child fragments you showed to us, and a review of the recorded Mycon transmissions from the war, we've established the kind of world the Mycons desire for their hideous, deep children. They need a planet like your Earth, or our Syra, one rich in water and oxygen, and possessing a molten, active mantle. Our plan is to lure the Mycons to such a planet, and then attack them when they least expect it. We know of just such a world. When the Ur-quan were analyzing their massive planetary data to find a new home for my people, one of the close candidates, ranked just below Gaia, was a blue world orbiting close to the star Organon. Captain, we need your services again. Here is what you must do. You must go to the Mycon and tell them of this world. They will find that the world is suitable. And when they go to Organon, we shall be there, waiting for them. Then, we shall destroy them.
Oh, very good. So what if I die doing all this dangerous stuff? What about us?
I'm afraid both our duties will be dangerous, Captain. We may never see each other again. But for now, at least, there's this. That's more like it. Now, let me help you off with this. Yes. Now, aren't you a lot more comfortable?
Let's see. I see. Well, in the spirit of interspecies communication, let me just say, cowabunga.
Say that word again. It makes me feel so excited. It makes me want to do something nice for you. Like this. And this. And especially this.
Boy, oh boy, they never taught me stuff like this back at the Yunzer Vault.
And let me teach you what you need to know. We will begin with the fundamentals of basic syreen physiology.
What happens if I do this?
Does that answer your question?
I guess so. Are you sure this is okay? I'm nervous.
Please don't worry, my darling human. We have all the time in the world, and my door locks securely.
Very nice. Well, I guess I don't have much more to say, do I?
Then stop wasting your lips on words, you silly fool, and come here.
Several hours later.
Goodbye, Captain Darling. We each have our jobs to do. Now you must go. But you will remain always in my mind and heart and deep within me. I know that someday, when all this madness has come to an end, we will be together like this again.
Alright, very nice. Okay, so where we have to go now is back to the Mycon homeworld, which is where I was before. There's supposed to be a dialogue where you ask the Mycon about the deep children, and that's how you get the information. I had already got it from the Melmone, so I didn't technically need it. I'm not sure if you just have to keep going through... I'm not sure if you have to just keep going through, like, talking to them a little bit, then get attacked, then go back and talk to them some more, or what the story is with that, but whatever. We will go back to this area, which should be near the Mycon space. So I look at the star map here. See that the Korra and the Ur-quan are still nicely distracted. So their base is Epsilon Scorpii, which is right there. Okay. So we should have plenty of time to do these 2 missions. Now I know there's probably additional things that I didn't accomplish. I think in a previous video I did start the Civil War at the Yeehot, but I think there was more things I could have done with talking to the Kunk in the Yeehot. There's probably not that much more. I did most of the talking to them. I'm not really too worried about that, honestly. There's one little thing with the Spethy that I could do. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to do that. Basically, the last time, the way I got rid of the Ilrath, there's a lot of them. The last time I had gotten rid of the Ilrath, I'd used the Burvux caster, which was something that the druuge made. But if you remember from what the Melnorme were saying, crap. I want to go to the homeworld. Oh, come on. Ooh, I made it. Oh boy. We want to converse. Yeah, I'd made it, you know, I'd gotten the Melnorme.
We are the Mycon.
So I had talked to the Melnorme, and they told us about the Umga tricking the Ilrath with their caster. If you do the mission, which I did already show with the Spathy, and you don't have the Burvex caster, eventually the captain will tell you the Spethy seem to have disappeared. Basically what happens is they put themselves under their own slave shield, and you can capture the Umga caster from their moon. And both the Umga caster and the Burvex caster work essentially the same. I don't think I'm actually going to do that, because I did most of the talking to the Spethy, and there's only going to be maybe a couple things. You're not paying any attention to me, are you?
When we encounter the Nom, we must absorb them, or reject them, so that it is no longer Nom.
Okay, that's very good. There is a world at the star Organon. I believe it is perfect for your deep children.
Your suggestion is appropriate. Acceptable new worlds are a priority for the rapid and complete spread of Juffo. We wish to know more for our suitability assessment. Tell us of this world.
Its air is pure and sweet.
This is good.
Abundant life covers its surface.
This is good.
The sun gently warms the surface.
This is good. If your words are true, we will gladly spread Juffo to a new world. We will assemble the birthing fleet and send them to this planet. We will send many ships to protect the children as they grow. You have been of service to us. Your insight into the ineffable Juffo is encouraging. Perhaps, if we were to plant spore sacs in your brain organ and let its tendrils spread through your flesh, then you would truly understand Juffo, become part of Juffo. You would be happier and more fulfilled. Consider our offer.
No thanks. Now we want to get out of here very quickly because they're probably still chasing. Oh no, they changed their minds. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Let's get out of here. Okay. So now they're going to be leaving over a certain amount of time, and they're going to leave this area. Let's see if they've already started. Yeah, see, they're on their way. Okay? Once their fleet gets out of the way, that's another way you can get the sun device. Right? Once they go to do that stuff, you can go and get the sun device. Now what I did, the Korra came and destroyed them, so I didn't have to worry about that. And that's actually kind of a clever way to design the game, you know, do the mission, but if you happen not to get that done or figured out the whole mission, you can wait until that time and go to whatever world and pick up the stuff. And you can know where it is because you can buy it from the Melnorme. Okay, so it's probably going to take a little while for the Mycon to get out of that area, right? And so what we want to do is basically give them that time. And we can go and basically talk to the druuge while we're waiting. But what I want to do is in this playthrough I didn't get, or at least from where I loaded, I hadn't gotten the Burvex caster yet, which I think would be a useful thing to have. Let's see, which one is this? I think it might be this one down here. We need to go get that Burvex caster again before we talk to the druuge. Because, if you remember correctly, that's another thing. I didn't talk to the druuge before, and I was able to get that rosy spear. Basically... Is it Arcturus? We need to go to Arcturus. I was able to get, for the same reason I was able to get the Sun Device, I was able to get the Rosy Spear because both the druuge and the Mycon had been destroyed before I had gotten around to doing their actual missions. But we want to go and get this, get the Burvex caster because I think it allows for additional dialogue options to be had. If I remember correctly, it's right here in this world. Whoops. There we go, and it's going to be on the moon. Let's see. Oop, come on. Let's go ahead and scan it. Is this it? Yeah, there it is. Okay. So we'll go here. We'll re-grab the Burvex caster. We'll grab it. I've already read this in previous videos, so I'm not going to do it again. We're going to dispatch. No, we won't dispatch. We're going to navigate away. We're going to leave this star system. I guess going straight up probably is the best way. And we're going to get gone. We will go back to quasi-space. We're running out of we're running out of fuel a little bit. I'm probably going to have to go back here pretty soon, but not immediately. Worst case scenario, I can buy some more fuel for the Melnorme, or however you say it. This is the one I want to go to. Alright, so where we want to go, the druuge homeworld, I believe, is... Oh, I don't remember. I think it's Zeta Persei, that's what it is. Zeta Persei, which is not too far away. We go down here. That's right. It's that one immediately right here. Now what I think I'm going to do, I'll go ahead and save it here. I started with save 39, but I'm saving these ones as extra since it's outside of the official chronology of my playthrough. Go here and we'll try hitting up one of the druuge ships first and see how that works, and then we'll go to their homeworld. we're going to converse.
Greetings, friend and fellow explorer. I am an officer of the Crimson Corporation. We are the Druuge. We are delighted to make your acquaintance and hope that we can do business together. Should your desires be similar, please hurry to our main trading world at Zeta Persei 1.
Very good. What can you tell us of your culture, your species?
More than a culture, Captain. We are an organization. The Crimson Corporation. Our corporation seeks only to improve our quality of life, and does so via the dribble-down effect. Until we meet again.
Well, he didn't have much to say. Not really. It's kind of disappointing, actually. Most of them have a lot to say. We'll try hitting one up again. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Try going and talking to one of the ships again. You guys anything interesting to say?
Ah, the young starship captain from Earth. We hope your adventures have brought you wealth. How can we be of service?
Well, that's the exact same
Until
thing.
we meet.
So I guess they literally have no, that's probably the least amount of dialogue of any of the groups I've seen so far. In fact, that is the least. But maybe there'll be more if we go to the homeworld. Which we are. We sure will. It should be right over here. Okie dokie.
Attention, alien starship. You have arrived at the central trade world of the Crimson Corporation, home of the Druuge. Be welcome and take advantage of our excellent deal. We know that you have Mycon Deep Child egg case fragments aboard your vessel. Would you consider trading them to us for a shiny new Muller starship? Our sensors reveal that you have one of our more powerful hyperwave casters on board your ship. Have no fear, Captain. It was abandoned on the Bervixi moon, and by our law, it belongs to you. However, we are fond of the device and wish to regain it through trade. Give us the caster, and we will give you all the fuel your ship can hold. We note you possess the vortex spawner. In exchange for the simple device, we will give you 3 Muller starships, and fill your fuel tanks at no extra charge.
No. Definitely wouldn't be getting rid of the spawner. But we're going to go through the dialogue before we do anything else. What can you tell us about this trade world?
This is the heart of our operation, the vital core of the Crimson Corporation. 1 million deals are made here each day, perhaps more. You would be wise to take advantage of all our services, Captain. You will not find better deals anywhere.
I would like to sell items.
You're prepared to make a deal.
We'll come back to
Very
that. Let's see what we
well.
can purchase.
Since this is your first time trading with us, Captain, allow me to explain our standard operating procedures. We will sell you fuel, ancient artifacts, even our own Mauler starships. All that we ask in return is that you assign some of your crew to serving here at our trade world on a permanent basis.
Gee, isn't that kind of like slave trading?
No, Captain. Slaves have no choice in their destiny, no freedom. We would never accept the permanent assignment of one of your people unless we knew that they had granted you the rights to make such a deal.
Well, what would my crew members do here?
People as skilled as your flagship's crew will receive immediate posts in our Starfleet. They will serve alongside our own druuge starship personnel, sharing every duty.
I'm ready to make purchases.
Excellent. Let us begin. Our inventory presently includes the Rosy Sphere, an ancient precursor artifact of unrivaled beauty and mystery. Yours for the amazing bargain of only 100 crew. The Trident of Wembley. Not just one, but fully 3 mystic prongs give this artifact its awesome capabilities. Are you strong enough to master its power, or will it master you? Cost? 100 crew. The glowing rod. What unearthly powers will you gain when you hold this coruscating step high above your head and scream, Kayi! Laiki! Lai! And it can be yours for only 100 crew. As always, we also have an unlimited supply of exceptionally high-performance starship fuel at a cost of 10 crew for 10 units of fuel, as well as a freshly assembled Mauler starship, which we will trade for 100 of your crew.
Oh boy. Yeah, I tried playing with the druuge Mauler in off camera in the sort of the melee thing. I kind of felt it sucked.
As you wish.
Okay, I'd like to sell
You're
items.
prepared to make a deal.
We've already shown the egg case fragments to the syreen, which means we don't really need that anymore at all. So we're going to go ahead and sell it.
Captain, a special deal. A bargain unequaled. Instead of the usual payment we would give for this item, what would you say to a different exchange? We would like to trade your commodity for a highly valuable precursor artifact, the Rosy Sphere. Its origins are filled with wonder, and its powers are uncontestable, though subtle. What is your response?
Tell me more about this artifact, the Rosy
Its
Sphere.
genesis is lost in antiquity, along with the race who created it, the marvelous precursors. Note how the device glows, how it throbs, pulsing slowly, bright, then dark, like the heart of a slumbering god. Captain, this artifact has been in our possession for eons. Vast brutal wars have been fought over its possession. The offer we make to you here today is quite unique. Do not make a hasty choice.
Yeah, I accept. Why not?
Ha ha! You are indeed a wise young human. The Rosy Sphere is yours.
I will sell the hyperwave caster
I
to
will
you.
buy the hyperwave caster. In exchange, you shall receive all the fuel your ship can hold. We are now hooking up the fuel lines to fill your tanks. This will look very bad on my record, Captain. You have hurt me deeply. I had expected an understanding between trading partners, between equals. But no! The moment my back is turned, you fill your bloated tanks far beyond a reasonable limit. I have learned an important lesson from you today. One I shall never forget.
Okay. We are not going to be selling the
Very
portal spawner.
well.
But I would like to make a purchase
Excellent.
with crew.
Let us begin. Our inventory...
Yeah, we know that. I don't know what these things are. I think they're crap and not worth anything. We're gonna go ahead and take it.
Captain. Do not point the prongs at me in such a carefree manner. I might have been accidentally incinerated or transported to a hostile dimension. You wield the trident with authority, Captain. I can tell that already you are realizing the true scope of this artifact's powers.
I'm pretty sure that artifact is crap, just like the,
Are you sure?
that Ur-quan thing. What is it? The
As you
Ultron?
wish.
I will leave now.
Return soon, Captain. Your patronage is appreciated.
Very good. But I do want to kind of... I mean, we got a little bit of time. I think it's going to take a minute for the Mycon to get destroyed. I don't think there's any way to view that. I think they'll just disappear after they've traveled to the Ur-quan or whatever. I don't think there's anything special to do. We can check, though. Let's see. Organic. Yeah, so they're going down to that one. Might be worth checking that out, but it's going to take them a little bit longer to do that. We're going to do... Oh, we're not going to do that. We're going to go to the manifest, and we're going to go back to Earth. And we're going to see how Captain Hayes, how well he appreciates the selling of 100 crew to the druuge. I imagine he's going to be quite, he's going to approve it quite a bit. I think he's going to be quite happy with that decision. It's like, anything to save the Earth, Captain. What's 100 crew? I don't think he's going to be that happy about it. But we can go ahead and see the analysis, I believe, of that, whatever. We can refill our crew. We can refill our crew. And we can go buy the other thing and then check that out. And by the time we do all that, perhaps the Mycon will get to their destination and be destroyed. I don't know. We will see. Oh, guess I was going to Mercury today. No, not going there. Okay. To the ship. Might as well go to the shipyard. Get ourselves plenty more crew. We have another purchase to make. And we're going to see how happy Hayes is with our business acumen. I think he's going to be super happy.
Captain, I'm glad you made it back in one piece. I've been waiting to inform you of a new situation. Captain, I have an unpleasant topic to discuss with you, but this needs to be resolved right away. There's some kind of wild rumor blowing around the starbase that you have sold your own crew to the druuge as slaves. Pretty crazy, huh? Look, Captain, I know you would never do anything like that, and I'm sorry I even had to mention this. But now I can assure everyone that this is just one of those damn fool lies that get spread during wartime. Thank you for your patience, Captain.
Can your scientists analyze what I've acquired since my last visit?
The analysis reads as follows. Subject, rosy sphere device. Data, the specimen is 5 centimeters in diameter, perfectly smooth and composed of a blood-red translucent substance. Tests show that it has atypical ferromagnetic properties, but is utterly non-conductive. Summary, probably a precursor tool. Function, unknown. The next entry in the analysis is, subject, Wimbley's Trident device. Data, I presume this device is named Wimbley's Trident because of the name Wimbley, crudely etched into its base. Summary? To be honest, Captain, I believe the druuge robbed you blind. That's the end of our scientist's report.
Okay.
Return soon, Captain.
Well, I'm sure the druuge wouldn't do that again, would they? There's no way they would do that. No way. No way. They couldn't possibly. That other thing sounded a lot more legit. So why don't we go sell some more crew? And, see what that other device is. We didn't have enough to do it the first time. We didn't have enough crew for it. But now we do. We just picked them up. In general, I would recommend that you give that Vervex caster to them for the Rosy Sphere, because I think there is some sort of long-term consequence for doing this. For selling them through. So in general, you don't want to do that. Let me just double check real quick which one we have to go through. Okay. It's this one up here. Oops, sorry. Go down and get that other device. I'm sure that other device is just awesome. There's nothing wrong with that stuff. That was just a one-off. That was just a one-off bakery right there. I mean, you know, and the price is so cheap. 100 crew. That's not a problem at all, I don't think. That's very cheap. Very inexpensive. I'm not going to bother displaying the druuge mauler. I don't like it very much. I don't know why they're all coming towards me here. I don't think I did anything to them. I don't really love the druuge mauler. It's just it shoots in a straight line. It does have a pretty far range, and then it sort of gives it a lot of momentum. So you actually use the weapon to make yourself go faster.
The young starship captain from Earth. We hope your adventures have brought you wealth. How can we be of service?
Yeah, and then
until we meet again.
We've seen that. This is the least talkative of all the races. I guess I didn't really miss much by not talking to them. Didn't miss much by not talking to them at all. Okay. Thank you guys. Let me make another purchase here.
It's always pleasant to see you again, Captain. Are you here today to buy or sell?
Yeah, you can sell them that portal spawner, but I think that would be about the dumbest thing you could do.
Let us begin. Our inventory presently includes the glowing rod.
Yeah, I think we've seen that. I don't need a jersey.
So fortunate for you. So sad for me. I fear this relic of the glorious past was all that kept me from ending my life to leave this vale of tears. Now, what shall I do?
I am done buying for now.
Are you sure? As you wish.
Okay, it's time, I think we've done all that. It's
Until
time to go.
next time, Captain.
Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, well, that was an accident. Converse.
Ah, the young
Yeah, we've seen that now.
uns.
Thank you. Goodbye. Suppose I could show off a battle with them. Wouldn't really hurt anything. We actually never need to speak to them again. Go out a little bit first. Let's see. Oop, missed it. We'll do one battle with these guys. Oop. We'll attack them. We're gonna attack them just to show what their fighting style is like. But they're probably all going to attack me after that, which is okay. I don't care. I don't think they'll be too tough. Got me. That's a pretty lot of damage too. I got like one hit on me and got like 30 guys. That's not good. Maybe they aren't as bad as I thought they were. They do have really long range though. It's true. Maybe he'll run into the planet. Well, please do. Make it easy for me. They don't have very strong, they're not very fast. And it's kind of honestly really hard to aim correctly because there's not a lot of gradation in your turning radius. Like, there's only like 8 positions or whatever. There's not much room for nuance, so it's very hard to aim if they're far away. So even though they have a long range, it's not really that easy unless you're the computer. Oh. Let's go this way. This is not going as well as I would have liked. I'm losing a lot of crew here. Oh well, I got him. That's good. Now I'd better run. I'd better get out of here quickly, and I probably should have saved before I did that, just in case I get wrecked here. Because now they're all coming after me. Honestly, I don't care that much. Oh, don't want to do that. Just want to get out of here. Why did I have to run into there? We'll just converse with them and say, oh, we're sorry.
Villains! Pilfers! Crooks! Look to your souls. Make your peace. You are about to die.
Great. I wish I hadn't accidentally run into that planet. I think it might actually be easier to do this. Let's see how this works. actually really good when the computer's controlling them. Well, let's try this guy. Oh, he's only got one guy. Oh well. Oh, he's killing his own. He's killing his own guys to get more energy. Well, this isn't going very well for me. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, we're just gonna run. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. Let's get out of here, please. Let's go. Come on. We don't need to bother with this. We will use our quasi-portal. And we're going to immediately go back to Earth, because we need a lot more crew. Oh, and we have another device to analyze. Yep. We have another device to analyze. Something tells me it's going to be much better, much more reliable than that Trident. Much better than that Trident. So let's see if Captain Hayes has something else to say about selling crew here. But just so you know, yeah, you probably don't want to sell things to the druuge. And honestly, their maulers are kind of neat, but I found it quite difficult to actually aim properly. Unlike with them, with the computer controlling it, I don't know, they seem to do quite well, a lot better than I did when I tried to do their ship. First thing we'll do is get some crew. Crew is 10. So I think the cost of the crew goes up. It says the cost of the crew is 10 RUs, and I think that's because I sold so many. I think. So I don't think it was up to 10 before. I think it was like either 3 or 5 or something. So yeah, that's another reason your crew cost goes up way a lot if you sell them. So let's see what he has to say.
Captain, I'm glad you made it back in one piece. I know you're busy, but I've got some news. I have just received incontrovertible evidence that you have been selling members of your own crew to the druuge. Captain, how could you? Don't you know what the druuge will use those men and women for? Cannon fodder, plain and simple. They're probably already dead thanks to you. It's a crime, Captain, a heinous crime, even during wartime. You must assure me you will never do this again. Even with that assurance, great damage has been done. With the word out what you have done, it's going to be pretty damn hard to recruit volunteers for your next trip. I expect the RU cost per crew will skyrocket.
Yeah, and it does. So don't do that, guys. Do not do that in your playthrough. Can your scientists analyze what I've acquired since my last visit?
The analysis reads as follows. Subject, glowing rod device. Data, we had high hopes for this device, Captain, because of the constant pulsing aura it generated. However, I'm afraid after investigating the object and locating its concealed battery slot, we had to conclude that this was nothing more than a well-crafted toy. Summary? In the future, Captain, I would be very careful of what I bought from the druuge. That's the end of our scientist's report.
Yeah, so you don't want to do that. The two
Farewell,
items are crap,
Captain.
And all you do is make your crew costs go through the roof. So do not sell anything to the druuge, and use that Burvex transmitter to buy the Rosy Sphere. You can either go and remove the Ilrath first, with that Burvex thing, or you can sell it and then you can get a second one, the Ur-quan caster, after you complete the Spathy quests. After you get the alliance with the Spathy and do that, if you don't have a caster, you know, if you wait a little while, eventually you'll get a message saying go back there, and you just go back to that moon and you can pick it up. My guess is that it's not really that much. It's just they put themselves under a slave shield because they're so frightened all the time, and so you just basically land, get that caster, and it works exactly the same to remove that. I don't believe I'm going to go out of my way to do that. Ooh, did you see that Mycon fleet's a lot smaller now? That Mycon fleet is considerably smaller now, you can see. And they are surrounded around that, that Organon or whatever. But, they aren't completely gone. They are still there somewhat. I may go down there and check them out, but first, let's go and look at Betelgeuse, or Beetlejuice, what have you. Closest one to there is down here. We'll go talk to the Syreen first, and then we'll go check the Mycons. And I believe that's going to be it for me. This will be the last, unless something comes up before I can finish this. This is going to be the last video for Star Control 2. I really do like this game a lot, even though I never... Oh, you can see the Death March is on its way, and the druuge are going to be the first to go. That's perfectly fine. We'll probably be good and done with this long before they get anywhere. But the druuge definitely deserve to be the first ones to go. Yeah, keep going this one. But this is a great game, and the best part about it is it's free. You can download this game for free yourself. Just search the Ur-quan Masters HD on Google, and you can find the website and download it yourself and play it yourself. I highly recommend that you do so. Although I would say, unless you want to do a lot of trial and error, have an idea how to get your ship outfitted well enough to do well in battles early on, so that you can very quickly get to the missions. I probably spent entirely way too much time just goofing off with low-value minerals, and that's the main way in the beginning that I just didn't get anywhere near enough accomplished. That's okay. Oops. Go here. See what the Syreen have to say.
Success, Captain! The Mycon's fleet is in shambles! Justice is ours! We have revenged ourselves against the heinous Mycons. They fell for our trap so completely. When they approached Organon 1, we were hiding behind its moon. As they approached, their ships broke combat formation in preparation for their hideous implanting ceremony. We waited until they were fully dispersed around the planet. Then we attacked. The standard Mycon tactic would have been to speed out of orbit using a gravity whip maneuver, but the pod ships refused to abandon their slow-moving, deep children's spore pods. They remained in the gravity well, and we sliced them to ribbons. They must have lost a dozen ships to their own stupidity, running into their own plasmoids. The rest? Well, we took care of most of them, in our own special way. And Captain, now that we have taken our revenge on the Mycon, we give you our starship officers and penetrator designs so that you can add our ships to your fleet.
So what happens to you now?
I expect I'm going to be pretty busy for the next few months, overseeing repairs to our fleet of penetrator starships and preparing some kind of defensive system for this starbase. If and when the Ur-quan return here, we want to have a little surprise ready for them.
I imagine that would have probably be a little bit of a delay and give you more time during the Korra stuff. But we didn't do that. Is there anything else I can do for you? I mean do for you. Oh, is there anything else I can do to you? I mean for you.
Captain, the next step is to pull down the slave shield from our planet. In my opinion, the only people who could do that are the Chunjesu. And as far as I know, they are under a shield of their own. Actually, I'm just dodging the real issue, Captain. Your agenda really has only one item. Destroy the Ur-quan hierarchy. How to do that? I'm not sure. But I know you can't take them head on, even with that amazing ship of yours. You will have to find their weak spot, and then strike it with everything you've got.
Well, that's true. So what's new, Talana?
Not a great deal, Captain. You seem to be the biggest source of excitement around here. I've had requests from just about every officer under my command to be transferred to your Earth starbase to serve under you. If I wasn't running this starbase, I'd be first in line.
Yeah, you can serve under me anytime, Talana.
Goodbye, my human.
Alright, very good. Okay, there's one last thing we'd like to do. I want to see if there's any unique dialogue with the Mycons. Probably not, but we will go ahead and check. We're going to go to Organon and see if there's anything interesting about that. I actually kind of doubt there will be, but we're going to check just real quick. And then that's going to be it. That's going to be the last part of Let's Play the Ur-quan Masters. That'll be it. The last part of the Ur-quan Masters. It was a great game. I had a lot of fun playing it. It's also very old school, right? It's kind of unforgiving in a way. You know, if I wanted to piss off the Ors, they let me do it without a doubt. They were going. Oh, they're returning back to their homeworld. Okay, well in that case, let's go up to their homeworld instead. I had a great time, and it's you know, it's a lot very unforgiving compared to some older games. Oh, am I over here? I went to the wrong one, didn't I? Hold on one second. Let me see, which one do I have to go through to get close to the okay, right. Sorry about that. We will go to the right area, and we'll go to the Mycon homeworld real quick to see if there's any new dialogue or if they attack me on sight. They'll probably attack me on sight. If they do, we'll have one conversation with them, and then I will probably call it quits at that point. And, no, I really had a great time. I forget where I actually saw. I think it may have been a Reddit post or something that had, that told me about this game. Or honestly, I can't really remember exactly which one it was. Let's see, we want to go to, I think, Epsilon Scorpiax. Right around there. I forget exactly where, but I saw this on the internet, and this is the first time I've ever played this. And the beginning part of the game was completely blind on my part. I didn't know what I was doing, and I just kind of went around with it, discovered it. But once I figured out that I was going to, if I didn't hurry up and get the various things done, I was going to lose the game. I was like, oh, well, I'd better actually look this up. So the end part of the thing, I did use the walkthrough so I would know exactly where to go. So, sorry about that if you wanted it pure, but I think, honestly, it would take a fair amount of trial and error to properly... Well, let's see what they have to say. Let's talk to them. What do they have to say?
You are an obstruction to Jeffowub. You must be removed.
So they're not very happy. Well, I actually don't need to fight them. I'm not too interested in that at all. The process is done. They will attack you on sight instead of talking to you a little bit after you trick them into getting half their fleet destroyed. Well, anyway, actually, I just remembered there probably is one more thing that there is to show, and that is what happens if you lose. I don't know. But if there's a special cutscene or something like that, I may end up trying to show that to you in one more video. If it doesn't, then this is going to... If there's nothing interesting about it, then this will be the last video. Otherwise, there will be one more probably very short video that just shows you the cutscene of what happens when the Ur-quan destroy Earth. Alright, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Later, folks.